Hey, how's it going? It's Kevin, Kenney. Welcome to On the Record. Our guest today, Musiq SoulChild.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm going to start with probably a cliche question that you've probably been asked a lot this week. This is album release week.
Okay.
But I personally find it very fascinating to try to get inside artists' head on album release week.
Cool.
How are you feeling? We're about 3 days out right now from the Friday release of Feel the Real, your double disc, 24 tracks.
Right.
This body of work.
Right.
How are you feeling? Are you anxious? Are you relaxed? What's the mind like right now?
No, I'm definitely anxious. You know, you put your best work out, you put your best foot forward and best effort, and it still always feels like, I hope that was good enough. You know, it's like nowadays, especially nowadays, as I'm learning, it doesn't really matter what you do. Somebody's always going to find something to say about it. So I'm kind of, I don't really entertain that too much. As an artist, you are sensitive about your work, your stuff. So, it does reach you. I'd be lying if I didn't say that. It doesn't affect me at all. But I do my best to bypass that and don't put no energy into that. Where I'm coming from is saying, like, I hope that it's enough for people that, do got time for me, that do support me, and they're being fulfilled and they're being fully entertained. So I hope that I think I overfed, but who knows? People's attention span nowadays, I can't never really call it.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm extremely anxious. I'm rambling.
No, I mean, what's the album process look like for you? Is this something where you told me before that the album, it's out this Friday, but you finished it at the top of August?
Yeah.
Is this something where you send it out for mastering and then you're done with it? Or are you listening to tracks up until the release day?
Yeah, I'm always listening to it because, I like to nitpick, and I think it's probably not a healthy habit to have, but I nitpick a lot. Like, even when the album is out, I'd be like, I could have did that, but I mean, you can't recall it, bro. Like, it's out there. I mean, you could, but, welcome to confusion land, so it's going to create chaos, and I don't want to do that. I just pour that into the next project and make sure that I remember to keep that in mind. But the process is, it's a meticulous one for me because I care so much, and stuff that I worry about, and probably stress about and lose sleep over, nobody would ever care about it at all.
Well, it's funny, you say that. You just gave us an incredible performance of 3 songs off the new album here, and you killed it. Everyone loved it.
Bro,
and then afterwards, you're like, I don't know, there was this thing, there was that thing.
I was up here struggling because I have an image in my mind, of how it should have went.
Right.
Different certain runs and ad-libs that I was doing, like I wanted to execute them a certain way, but I didn't breathe right. It didn't come out right. And I focus on little stuff like that because I want to make sure that I'm learning from my previous experiences and performances so that I can apply it to the next one to do better. And not that I feel like I did that bad, but it's definitely encouraging to hear when people will be outside, and I feel like I'm surrounded with people that won't just say stuff just to be saying stuff. Right. They won't be like, oh no, you killed, and be like, thankfully I have that. So I believe them when they say, no, you did a good job, but they also know me, like, I don't know what you want me to tell you, bro. Like, it was great.
Right.
So,
it's good to have those people around. I mean, I think you killed it. I think everybody here loved it.
I appreciate that.
An amazing performance there on Billboard Live.
Thank you.
Let's talk about these 24 tracks. Huge body of work.
Yeah.
Well, how many tracks did you start with?
Initially, I started, I was going to just do the 12, the standard 12, and call it a project. But I wanted to move on, to bigger and more creative things. And I couldn't comfortably do that by still holding on to stuff that, I think are really cool, but they may be a little outdated now. As far as I'm concerned, like, y'all haven't heard them, so to y'all, it could be 10 years old. It's still new to y'all because y'all haven't heard it. And that's what some of the songs were. Some of the songs were songs that I really liked that might have been maybe 5 years old. But don't get me wrong. I definitely revamped them because I didn't want to put out just some old stuff. But then there are songs on there that's about 5 months old, so it's a combination of a lot of things. I wanted it to be that after I put this project out, everything that I do from now on is completely new. It's nothing that I've been sitting on, nothing that I've been like working on, like, no, because I want to give people that real time expression, of now, and hopefully that will help them understand what my goal and what my aim is as far as my brand is concerned, versus me chasing what people keep saying that I should be, which is what I've been doing in the past. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that has afforded me the success that it did. But I'm just thinking about the legacy of the brand. I want to make sure that I'm as authentic to the intention as possible, so that people can, you know, follow back in history and understand, okay, that's what he was trying to do versus just playing music business, you know.
I want to change gears just briefly here,
Okay.
going from music to tech, and something really cool that you're doing with d.d.y.
Yeah.
So I think this is neat. For those that are watching right now at home that aren't familiar, first tell us what d.d.y is and then how it came about.
d.d.y is an app where you can pretty much, it's a sticker-based app where you can use emojis to, you know, communicate. We live in a very social media heavy world, you know, and people like to communicate through social media, and one of the main things of social media is emojis. Like, people like to use emojis. So it actually started from the title of the album, and I wanted to come up with a cover, you know, for the album, and I like for my covers to pretty much be parallel with the title, and I just couldn't figure out how do you portray a feeling in an image. And I just woke up one day and I was like, emojis, you know. And I've since gotten back to my whole denim thing, like, because I've done it in the past, but I kind of did something else per someone else's suggestion, and it was cool, but it wasn't really me. So, you know, now that I'm independent, I just said, you know what, let me go back to the original game plan, which is denim. By the way, I like your jacket.
Oh, thank you. I like your hat.
I feel bad if you leave here
Speaking
without it. I don't know if you got that. But I said, okay, why not make the emoji denim, you know? And I couldn't really see it until I had my illustrator friend of mine, Sean Mack from Detroit. Shout out to Sean Mack. And he did a really cool image of it. And I said, yo, actually, can you make it patchwork? And then he did the little, you know, crisscross of the different patches. I was like, yo, that's it. I said, wait a minute, can you make it 3D? He made it 3D. I was like, bro, come on, you know, and it felt so right.
Yeah.
And then my managers were like, yo, we should make that into an app. I was like, let's go, you know, so. You know, like I said, you know, people like to be entertained. You got to throw a whole bunch of stuff at them nowadays because there's so much going on, you know. And the fact that people still care about what I'm doing 18 years later, it's an honor. So I'm not going to be lazy.
And I think it's so fresh because, I mean, they've done everything with emojis. They've made a movie out of emojis.
They made a movie out of emojis.
I've never seen, though, a denim emoji, so I think that's really neat.
You think my emoji situation is fresh. Shout out to Apple. Look what they're going to do with these emojis.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I saw a little bit of that today.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is wild. Now, you stay busy, though, because in addition to all this, you also have your own label.
Yeah, Soulstar Music Company. I wanted to call it Music Company because I've been in this game for a little too long. I don't like records. Soulstar Records. It just sounds so generic.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted at least for a split second, I wanted people to think Soulstar Music Company. What? I got you thinking though.
Yeah.
I got you thinking though. You know. So, and basically, what the point is, I want to be a hub for making music at the same rate as, like I just talked about, as Apple makes phones, as you know, a restaurant makes food. Like, it's a company where we specialize in making music. You know, we take the music very seriously. So far, it's myself and my multiple personas. We're not gonna get into that. For those who know, knows. For those who don't worry about it. And also, we got my artist Willie Hen from Atlanta. You know,
right on.
He's doing his thing. And
Is he in the house right here?
Yeah.
Can we get Willie up here really quick?
Come on.
He's wearing the Dikembe Mutombo jersey that I love. And
No.
Let's sneak in behind me. Willie, is it?
Yeah,
nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet
Kevin.
you, bro.
Hen like Hennessy, not Hein like Heineken.
So how did you first link up with music over here?
Oh man, shout out to his music director. Yeah, Jay Troy.
Shout out to Detroit.
Yeah, he actually hit me up and was like, "Yo, man, music needs a rapper for this record. Come through." I was writing it at work. Shot over to the studio, did it, and then here I am now, man. The rest is history.
That's amazing. Now you're wearing the Hawks jersey. Are you born and raised Atlanta?
Man, born and raised, man. Born and raised. Shout out to the A-Town, Decatur, Georgia, all that good stuff.
Right on. What's the biggest lesson you learned working with music?
Man, just being patient with your craft and taking time and not really worrying about what everybody else thinks. Just do what you want, do what you love to do. And I had to really take that with me because I was kind of in that area where I was like, let me just go ahead and I'll probably just start doing what everybody else want me to do. I was like, and then he came in right on time. So yeah, he's definitely kept that instilled in me.
I bet a great mentor. Will, thanks so much for coming up here, man. Nice meeting you.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Now, what can we expect after the album? Are you going to be doing any shows? You going to be going on tour?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're still working that out. We're still working that out. I mean, the rest of the year, I'm going to be focusing on, you know, promoting this album, hopefully. And shout out to every local promoter who's ever watching this. Yo, I'm here. You just got to call me, you know. And the bread situation, we could talk about it, you know, but don't just be like, I can't afford them. Dude, like, we can talk about it. But I ain't cheap. Just want to put that out there. But yeah, and definitely getting Willing Hand on the road. I got another artist, Mila Williams. She's also in the Start. She's in the Start Over video. Actually, my second song that I released off of this album. She formerly of the group 702, and now she's going solo. And I think that it's important that people really experience her as herself. Without always associating her with the group. That was a time in her life that served its purpose, and it will be forever. It will be timeless, and hopefully maybe in the future they might do a reunion and you all can experience that again. However, she's her own person. She has her own sound, her own voice, and she has a lot to express, and just knowing her and, being around her and sharing that creative space with her, I really think it's something really good for the culture. So we're being supportive of that, and she's taking her time, and I'm not pressuring her. One thing you don't want to do is pressure an artist. It's been a long time coming, but it's definitely on its way. So we're going to work on her as well. And outside of that, like I mentioned before, I'm going to be working on my alter personas. A lot of people think that it was a gimmick, it was a joke, it was a midlife crisis, or whatever they want to call it. But no, I'm a creative person, and I have many ways that I like to express myself. And there are some things that you'll dig, and there's some things that you won't. But the flagship brand, Musiq SoulChild, will always be here, and here is proof. Feel the Real is going to be in stores or available September 15th. 24 records. They're not filler records. I can assure you that. I spent way too much time on them. Yeah, this is not a joke. This is not a game. This is very real.
Absolutely. Musiq, thank you so much. I've thanked you, but I'm going to
for
thank you
having
again.
Thank
This
you.
was a pleasure.
Thank you, yeah.
Again, the record, 24 tracks, a
24.
double disc album, Feel the Real, out
Very real.
everywhere,
Take your time.
September
It's
15th.
a lot of music, a lot of singing.